Hello, hello, hello. Sorry. Welcome. My name's Sander. I'm starting the stream because we I haven't been streaming, and I usually like to stream for progression. So here I am. To start off a bit, first, I am a fairy. This is a new server for the mod pack Lorecraft Evolution. We are all role playing as fairies. It's a role playing server. And pretty much just trying to build our faction up as we become more prominent on the server. So I'm just gonna fly around a bit, kind of just do what I do and play, and just go from there. I mean, not much. If you have any questions, just please post in chat if you want to hang out, or even if you just want to join the server, just let us know. Like, I mean, the more the merrier. It's just a fun time here, actually. It is kind of late into the night where I'm at. It's almost midnight. Uh, so there's not so many people on. It is an American server, USA. So it kind of dwindles down at night. That and it is Sunday night, so I don't know. Like, it's okay. We're not gonna have too many interactions. This is pretty much like, honestly, tonight I feel like I more want to get my mind colony together because these guys are kind of slow, and I haven't had the tavern bill yet. So I mean, the tavern's your most important part, I guess. It's how you get more your new colonists that are better. We've been focused on a lot. I do wish I had started earlier because we didn't have this structure here. This is a structure from the first world as we started playing in these servers for this one pack. It's just the one that we had them copy and paste over from the old world to the new world server. This castle we found here, it was built a little more, but it was still kind of like broken pieces, and the old mine colony structures were pre-gent into it. So you can, it was kind of a mess. So, uh, Chrissy just kind of just took down the first part and planted trees. This Coliseum. It is also like the dragon den, so it is where all of the dragons kind of sleep and chill. Here's another spot, a mistake that I did, because that board and the mushroom weren't there. It was a structure that looked like a giant, like a pump or a crane sort of thing that would pull water from down there. And we didn't want it there, but we didn't take any shots or any posts about why, what it looked like. Um, the horse is lower structure is pre-gen into the world. But this is Liam's windmill. He had this windmill on the old world from the server, but instead it uh, yeah, so he pasted it, they pasted it over from the old world, and a lot of the moving parts, like all of the moving parts, weren't pasted over, so he had to recreate it, and it looks amazing. Glad he did. This is Magic's area. He created a couple, uh, just create farms. Actually, now that I've posted boundaries, I'm gonna have to see how far out these are. Actually, they're all fine. Oh, this one's kind of too far. Ooh, ooh. No, that's okay. I'll ask him just to remove this one after, because I just posted the rules, so. My mushroom. Not really much going on. Here's our fairy forest. It's slowly replenishing, growing back. This is Violet's tower. It's an ancestral home that she had regained and took back over. We did have dragon's nests, but her and Chrissy took, her and Chrissy as Ignora, they took them over, and they now have a brood of dragons. So this is uh, Lily's Willow and her lily pad. And over here is Ignora's castle being slowly built. We were going to use the older castle, and then they created a new design for a new castle, and it's going to be fabulous. So I'm ready to see that built up. It's going to be fun. Here's Violet's fishing tent. She's just laid out real quick while she fish. More of the mine colonists again and such. I'm gonna go lay in here. Hi, Violet. Using the uncrafting table. What's in the bag? I don't think your mic's going through. Hello. Were you trying to talk? Okay, yeah, it wasn't going through. A cape? Ooh. A farming cloak, mining cloak, get exhausted slower, wood cutting. Right? Okay. Huh. I think I'll do a hunter cloak. Thank you. Can you imagine? Oh my goodness. Saturated. Fright? What is death? Oh, I see. Oh yeah, earlier. No, you're fine. That's it wasn't working because I was upgrading it. Yeah, if you see it now, it has 3200 space. Okay. Oh, nice. That yeah, that works out pretty well for you, doesn't it? There is talk about changing that, so who knows? Okay, I, I'm all for it because yes, I need to get more of my spells going again. I'm on my second tier of R spells. I don't I don't really use a bunch of attack spells. All of mine are more functionality. That's so funny. It is, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Just makes them glow. Like, honestly, I'm confused about this cloak because I have to take my backpack off, but it looks nice. Oh, you know what? No, I have my satchel. I use my satchel a lot. That one I have is like it's actually equipped to my waist. Hell yeah, and works nicely. It's like I don't know that many belts I'd like to use. There is one that like I use that changes my outfits, but I can just put that on whenever it because I don't really have all that many outfits right now until I get into Botania. Then I'll have my Rs and Botania outfit. And I believe it. I mean, stuff like that happens. I'm like just checking out my skill tree before it all goes away. 'Cause cancel. I don't know. Have you gotten to the 100 points yet? Yeah. You got a what? Scholar and studying? Okay, that's the one I was just going for. This is stupid. Because I also have Charm of Ancient Knowledge constantly going in my charm slot. So that just little bit that I added for the experience to like passively gain is actually a lot more than that's so stupid. I love it. Okay, yeah, I see you got into the health. More of like the healer's route down there, and then you jumped over to your fishing route. You did a bit of the enchanting along with all of the experience. Just that next to the experience. Okay, I see what you do. Holy shit! All these experience buffs. Okay. Imagine though. Yeah, I think I'll finish off with the experience route and then minimal enchantments. I buffed all of my potions. Okay. Huh. I see. Well, I don't think that would that def I don't think that would happen. But she said she'll be on. She said she'll be on tomorrow. She's off the next couple days with me as well, so we'll be nothing but playing. That's what she said. So I hope she just doesn't jump back onto the ATM9 server because the world reset is official, and they were on earlier. They were playing. Her and Wasabi were playing that for a little bit, which is cool. I mean, we were hanging out with. I was just over there on the Discord with them and our friends Script, Ming, and Savage. So no, you're fine. I was, just, yeah, I just hang out, so it's never a big deal if you have to like step away or anything. So I will ask you for a favor. So I am banished from spawn due to some crazy bug, but I was hoping. Yeah, they've been trying to fix it, but we wait, really? I want to go look, but no one's online. So I wouldn't be able to get teleported out if. Okay, cool. Yes, yes. Oh my gosh, I am on one of the tiny square blocks. Yes, I knew it. I was hoping I'd be on the block. Yes, I'm his right hand man. Exactly. It's right hand. Yes, yes, I love it. Oh, they moved Elduin over. See, that's what you were saying, Elliot. At whenever we were looking at them before, move the mods to the. Wait, so there's one more spot for another admin. I wonder. An ad. I wonder if I could become an admin spot. I mean, no, I'm just kidding. Look at me. This is my lore. Okay, so I want a skill reset. I wasn't even sure what it costed. I was just like, you know, whatever you need to take out of the accessory, just go for it. Okay. Thank you. Because I put like 8 points into evasion, so I'm like, I don't need that. Do not need that. So I will do all of my. Well, actually, I'm going to start on the. No, I totally get it. Totally get it. Oh, it will be reset whenever 2.0 comes out. Yeah. It'll just be like more experience cost is all. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, it could become a problem. Maybe this. Like to kidnap or oh, okay. The quantum catcher. Poor Magic. That's so funny. Oh, really? Did they change their origin? Nice. Oh, he's so adorable. I was like, I hate myself for not being able to understand him half the time because he is really wanting to be a part of the group, and I love it. Like, I'm gonna have to start doing that. Just being honest. Aw. Okay. Nice. There is just debate on like how many people can have or how many one person can have, and like a kind of like a continual cost to be able to keep it going, like just to have them. So, but I know that was more of an issue with TPS, and then it's kind of like a thought with the skill tree kind of stuff because it's just easy to farm experience just by using an apothic. Oh yeah, just no, still just play however you need want because it's just. I think it's more. He's what he's doing now is more of trying to figure out a balance in a way to make the game more like a role playing server, so that when there is the world reset, these are all the things he's implementing. Like anything that you can fit in your pockets will be what begins the next world. Which is quite easy when literally everything is fit into the block that I use for storage. I'm telling you, this you just throw everything into the like an occultism storage. It's just one block. All you need is one space. That's no issue. I just want people to not. I kind of just want like a world complete reset, and then everyone has to start out. But he said it wouldn't be more of like months from now. Yeah, and now he was like, I don't know. It is like it works with any kind of functioning game building in a way. It's like you have to figure out all the bugs and what you're wanting to build out of the pack, and then now that he's gotten the pack all situated and these bugs all handled, he's going to add more mods to the pack and see what same thing over and over. And then he's working on balancing as the thing goes on, as they add more stuff to it. And then as they're doing that, now we're working on world building and actual lore that fits into it. And it's like, it's a lot of fun. Like, I'm enjoying it at this point because it does show that he cares and wants the server to be running as a role playing server, like actually building a world. It's just exactly. Even Chris was like arguing that in some of the chats and stuff. And that's what he's kind of trying to circumvent. Like he's actually approaching me with ideas and stuff. Like that's where like the heirloom idea came from. Is like a way to get like people into getting the role play. He's like, what is a way to like entice people into the role play? And I'm like, well, we used to do this thing in like D&D where we'd give them like magic items and that, kind of like I was like, yeah, I was like just give them something that relates to their character's story. So, I don't know, I'm excited. Especially cuz he's thinking about like he's talking about restructuring the mod team too so that we're more functioning. And I think he's added Chris as well, like we said, and then he's added Stygian Nymph, which is really good for trying to balance things. Like they brought up some good points in our staff discussions, so I'm, I'm excited for this server. I've been on a few servers and they just easily die out because the mod team doesn't really care and they're all picking on each other and like half the time they're on a different even like time schedule, so you can never even talk to them. But I know. Like things like that would be a lot of fun. I don't want to steal that directly, but oh, it's a good idea. I I'm thinking like each of the admins or moderators, whenever they do their events, they have the specific currency to them that they give out. So that way we can also like keep track on our own. Because I'm the kind of mod that would be like, okay, I have to write down who has what and how many, because I don't trust y'all. Like, that would be cool, actually. Like, I've realized as a moderator, he's given me a lot of freedom, and I don't like it. It's not that I don't trust. It's not that I don't trust myself or something. It's just like it tells me how much he's given to the others as well. Which not to say any of them. Like I can tell. Like we're able to keep tabs on each other as well. That's another key thing. So I'm just like, mm, what are you going into creative mode for over there? Like, I can see that. I see stuff like that. But that was only Alduin, and he's not online much anymore. Actually, he said he was going to be sticking to more of a Discord moderator until a world reset because he's bored. I'm like, okay, that's a moderator for you. Not that I'm sitting here judging or anything. No, no, try not to. Honestly, Violet, you've caught me on a terrible time. I've already had a lot to eat after a long day of working during the Super Bowl, and I've taken quite a few shots. It's fun though. It's fun. I'm not terrible. I'm not a sloshy drunk, but I do get more talkative if you don't mind. Well, I could start that too. I'm very appreciative of you being on our faction. I love that we've started playing because you have made the server so much fun. The lore and things like the ideas that you bounce off of, like it's great. I wish that I had more people that would ask questions instead of just like, oh, that sounds nice. Yeah, like, all right, can we stop this conversation? They truly are. Like any writer will tell you things like that. Like, ugh, it's so much fun. Speaking of ideas, I did have okay, so I told you how I had the idea of like whenever I did the old all the mod server where I wanted to start getting like each of the different doors that I portaled to be like a different story for like the fairy tales. I was thinking, what if your tower is a tower? Because think of it like this: the ancient fairies of the world became friends with the humans, primeals of some sort, but it's usually like people who are pure hearted, those that are considered like maidens of some sort. And each of the old families kind of tied to a bond to these maidens that would like represent different, that were represented in each of the different fairy tales. So maybe your family tied to Rapunzel. There you go. I was like looking at your tree, and I was like the representation of all the vines being like the hair that like tangles the people trapped in. Yeah, yeah. But I had wanted to work more of an like I wanted to do different examples of some sort to like yeah, yeah. It's more like because we get all like throughout literature. whatever is written is more of like the fluffy side, or like it's the perspective of the truth. It is a perspective of truth. So I wanted to put into Sosaria, the world that we're playing on, the truth, but we still have those books that have like the fun tales to them. Oh, oh my gosh, you've unlocked. So yes, go on. Yes. Yes. Okay, so you're on board with 8, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, because I wanted. Okay, I was thinking of adding that to like the actual lore for the server too. Kind of just like hint at like how the fairies started to become friendly with the different races of the different king, like of because there's so many different races, and I was like, oh, okay, hold on. One of the ideas that I had was, how I like honey because the whole fairies love honey. Imagine the Beeling race becoming one of the first to like start like being our friends because of how much they create honey. They're bees. Like the Beeling race is like, oh, we associate with flowers and things like they would grow. Yes, that was what I was like. Okay, so this is my like that was my like leading into like, okay, so now I got to start getting each of the different fairy tales or like the traditions down for the different races. So it's like incorporating the books, or like because he wants to have like books that uh, tie races together too. So those were my ideas for that, and I was like, okay, so like fairy godmothers and things like it was lampedes. They're kind of like the ethereal ones that would just like so I like yeah, like it was just that was my like ideas as I was playing earlier today before work, and then like burst of it as I'm like thinking throughout my work day, because I'm constantly just like world building in my head while I'm trying to de-stress. Well, think of Rapunzel's story. Like, there's. Sweet. This is gonna be fun. Okay, okay. Because I really love fairy tales. I'm just like. So we'll have to do like the fairy rings. Each of the fairy rings will be the ties to the lore, and the lore will lead them to different living lore places where they can find hints at these fairy tales. Because I can do like an Ars portal spell that like adds it to like a teleportation. So it's like they can teleport to different areas like that that would represent it. Sweet. Wait, the old queen or our queen? Yeah. It would make sense. I mean, because for the most part, Fae kind of just like are what they are created from. Actually, I don't want to get too much into it because, like, how do we have ancestors? So, like, let me break it down because the way it works is that Magia and Gaia both created Fae just from essence of whatever natural thing they're giving, imbuing magic. Just a last generation of like the like a reaping of some sort, or like I don't want to say well, I guess reaping. So it's every okay. I say it was just more of like just our clan that had like because there so far their story like it's they, mhm. Yeah, and we were the ones that were just left with protecting the tree, but our ancestors that were protecting the tree before us kind of taught like, oh, well, it's kind of bad to go out above the world because the way the races are kind of expanding and they don't care about our lands, and the other fake clans are out there trying to battle that, and they think it's a big war, but instead it's actually just like them kind of trying to coexist, and that's how these fairy traditions are made, and the world outside is thriving and not being as kind of impeded as we thought it was. So when the last generation was honored to go to the next realm, which we think is the Twilight Forest, they're able to go back to the Twilight Forest. We kind of just like, all right, well, what, oh, F whatever they said, and kind of just go up and see for ourselves. Which I kind of want that to be like a confrontation key in our story. It's like we have to find the last ancestors and let them know that they were wrong. I don't want to ruin this because my idea was that instead of because we think they're just going back to the Twilight Forest, but instead any Fae that has actually succeeded in the reason why they were like like their gift of life, like the ancestors passing on, they actually go to Alfheim with it, which is mythic botany. Like there's Alfheim as a dimension that's brought from Britannia, which in Norse mythology that is the land of the fairy. But I wanted to say like the people in in our faction wouldn't know that. Like I kind of like okay, so like this kind of ties into like what I was idea of if you saw on the board like faction quests, kind of like since we're the Fae, we kind of lead other people that are that doesn't even have to be in our faction. Like they could just be other Fae that kind of listen to our story and lead on, and like they can build their way to Alfheim through this way as well, instead of like having to just go through the Britannia steps. You like because I kind of wanted to like make the whole like storyline with the Twilight Forest where it's corrupted and there's the Snow Queen that's taken over, because we don't know what's been going on in the Twilight Forest. We think that our parents go to or the ancestors go to the Twilight Forest. So whenever we get there, it's like a whole freaking mess of things because the Snow Queen's taken over. And like, my idea was that the reason why we came to this world was because Gaia was upset about the nature of things, and winter was too bad that season. That's how seasons game is, because Gaia was her emotions as she became to get depressed about the land uh, dwindling. She created winter. But now that the Fae are in this world, we don't have seasons because they're all kind of just like it's balanced out. But in the Twilight Forest, the Fae that were left behind don't know about what's going on in Sosaria. So they created the four factions of seasons, where it was like the winter, like the I don't know if what your knowledge of fairy lore is, but like usually it's more of like they each have their own seasons and they're represented either of the Celia or the Unseelie court, which is governed by Titania and Oberon or Mab from Shakespeare's stuff. And I was kind of like trying to play as the Winter Queen is going to be Mab in the Twilight Force. And we kind of have to like finish her off to be able to gain the knowledge that our ancestors actually went to Alfheim. They're not in the forest, but we've been able to help balance the forest out again. And we're like just kind of like building like to the different worlds on those levels is what the story is, kind of what I was going through. Sorry, again, this may just be drunk rambling, but it was also like the thoughts that was like going on in my head that as I was like playing out it. Well, no, just our clan was, yeah, because each of, okay, sorry, there was also whenever Magia had seen how upset Gaia was, they handpicked a bunch of Fae to come with them to this world, and they had a leader for each Fae. So these is how the clans were switched or split apart in Sosaria. So one of the clans, which is our clan, was left to tend to the tree, which is actually the portal to the Twilight Forest. So we didn't leave the underground or cave or anything. It was just like the one Fae that was left here, and then uh, Magi like created more of the Fae from Cesaria itself to help with that task. And then they went across and did the same thing to like other things like deforestation or like uh, the overmining or the pollution of waters, things like that. So like each of the different fays from the races will have like a governing task, and fairies were left to the care of the tree, or like the growing of the mana pools and magic. I told you he let me just like he's like just go off of the genesis on how it was created, and then you're free from there. I'm like, all right, sweet, game on. Oh goodness. Oh, I need to actually finish my bar again because I was in the process of doing that. It only gave me 60 levels back, and I only did all my potions. Really? What would that do that? Right, right. You can change your map settings to see entities underground too. That's how Shion finds his dragons. Okay. Wait, F a viewer? Kaz, if that's you, you know the rule. Welcome back. I need to get these mine colonists in gear. That experience gain is too good. I'm gonna have to tell him to nerf it. But like, you guys are using mob grinders, like just use the skill tree. Oh yeah. I still have my ice when I need to hatch eventually. Just trying to figure out how to fit it into my story. First, I want to get potions going. Oh yeah. Okay. It'll just be a copper one. So the black dragon's the elusive one? Of course he does. The self-proclaimed king of dragons. Wow. Doesn't make any sense to me. Did you explore along the world border? It's crazy. We're the only ones on. Yeah, I hadn't either. All the TPS is ours. I'm just letting mine colonies roll. Need to be doing that. Yes, yes. For the most part, like everything should be. Well, everything is in the warehouse. I've just been letting the courier take it back and forth as well because that helps breed like with their stats and stuff too. So it's like just sitting here letting it load, like keeping the space load is all I'm doing. Oh no, it's all the same style. It's just how the town hall is in that pack for some reason. I know, right? You'd think the town hall would be like a centerpiece of like underground or something. Just the couriers bringing it to him. Yeah, that birch one over there. I'm just trying to get the tavern because we need better people. I hope none of them heard that. Like halfway. Halfway. Yeah. Like, that's weird. Why isn't the other builder doing anything? Because I'm focusing on just the one. Because they all keep dying. This is hard. Yeah, it'll be okay. What happened? Oh no. Do what? Do I know, I just see your like tentacles flying around everywhere. AoE says what? Oh, damn it. Huzzah! Du-du-du-du-du-du. Du-du-du-du-du-du-du-du. There you go. What's that? What's up? Oh, I see. I mean, that's stupid.
Oh no.
All right, Violet. I'm actually kind of like starting to fall asleep, so I'm gonna head off for the night. You have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Like I said, Chrissy said she'll be on too. So, but you have a good night. And with that, I will end my stream and head to bed. You all have a good night, and thank you for joining us. And the